man, if I could go to training today, that would be great.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. But what people want is to be a better leader so their people perform at a higher level, and they have better retention, and their profits are up. So what we're supposed to be doing is telling a story that shows people what actions to take to get to the outcome that they want so that they're a part of winning. And I went and heard Donald Miller, met him out in Florida a few years back, right before the pandemic. And he talked about, if you analyze some of the political campaigns that had been happening, he said, you're never going to win when it's stuff like, I'm with her.
Right.
And that was one of the campaign slogans, and you guys can go look it up, see which one it was, because it's not about politics, it's about bad marketing versus good marketing.
Yep.
And you figure out how to get people to be a part of the story, then you win. But if it's about you being the hero of the story, well, you lose because everybody wants to be their own hero, and then you clash. Like, if you're the hero and I want to be the hero, I don't want to be a part of your story.
Yep.
So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there at the final point of the political season here, that politicians need to be talking about how they guide people, not how they save people.
Absolutely. You'd be surprised how many things are kind of, I mean, for lack of a better way of saying it, I can kind of draw like a brief parallel to, playing sports law, recruiting sides of things, being called in for certain schools and things like that. You're essentially being sold a dream. You're sold this idea that, we're going to look after you. You're going to be the best player you can be, the best man or woman you can be, best student, list goes on. And, from the first couple of weeks you step foot on campus, you're already kind of seeing things not appearing as they seem in certain situations. Again, it's not every situation, but too perfect of a parallel when it comes to whether it's on the political sides of things, whether it be in the business sense, in a whole multitude of different fronts. Absolutely.
Yeah. One, take the education, like we were just saying. People don't go to college because they want an education.
Yeah.
People go to college because they want a better life.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the part that I see that is missing in almost all universities is the placement piece. The part where you get the better life at the end of the educational journey. Like, you get to the end of the rainbow and you're like, where's my pot of gold? I thought there was going to be a pot of gold here.
Joe,
So I think that colleges that do the best. Yeah, exactly.
Jody, you hit upon a major subject to me as far as I'm concerned. It seems like the marketing end is overpowering everything else in the issue. Is it not?
I think it is, but I think the problem is it's throwing ideas, but it's not really marketing. When you tell a story, that's when it works. And I'll give you an example of that. If you're going to go raise money for a nonprofit that you really believe in, if you have somebody who has faced a struggle that the nonprofit has helped, if that person tells their story, it's significantly more powerful than if the nonprofit executive stands up and says, we're doing such good work, we do this and this and this, and we're saving all these people. If the character is actually coming to life and saying, let me tell you about my situation. Here's where I was at. Here's the problem that I faced. I knew I needed help. I sought out this nonprofit who could guide me to the place that I wanted to be. They taught me these 4 steps. I followed the steps and I'm good. That's why Alcoholics Anonymous has been so successful, is they're not saving people. They are the guide that gives you a plan and it urges you to take new action, but you got to go take the action. Like, you don't get saved by AA. AA guides you in how you save yourself. And that's why I think it's been one of the more consistent and more successful groups out there on helping people recover, is because they're not saving you. You save you. Yep. And that's what's missing in marketing.
Well, if we go back to the hero topic, when you were speaking about it, I was thinking about, we see heroes as people that are, invincible sometimes. Yeah. And if you're trying to be a hero or you're looking for a hero, it seems to me that instead of being a hero, because you want to understand that these people are real and that they have struggled. So when you guide somebody, I would think it would be very important to be, honest about, hey, this is how I failed.
And I think
this is what I failed at. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guide, they are vulnerable because they say, I've struggled too. I face the same problem, or I've worked with other people that face the same problem. Here's what we did, and stepping into the refinement. That's the part that I think some people fail to understand, is anything that is worthwhile is going to require some suffering. The thing that makes a business successful in their marketing is if their plan minimizes the suffering and minimizes the time it takes to get to that dream outcome. That's where your value proposition is in shortening the window and eliminating some of the struggle. But otherwise, everybody's got to struggle to get to something that's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it. Exactly. I agree with you on that.
Joe, we're coming up a little bit on time. Pardon me?
Oh, no, go ahead.
For sure. Well, yeah, we're coming up a little bit on time, but again, cannot thank you enough taking time out and joining us today. I won't necessarily be in next Wednesday, but really brief before we get out of here, talk to us a little bit about the seminar that you guys have going on this time next week on the 28th.
So we have the leadership blueprint. We have the specific steps that, as we've gone in and worked with companies based on the fact that we failed ourselves and then figured it out, there is a specific blueprint that creates leadership success. And there's two outcomes that we help you figure out how to get to. How do you retain people and then engage them so that they give you the performance you want, which results in better profits? If you're tired of the struggle and you're ready to take the action and go through the process, we want to just show you the blueprint. And in 1 hour, I map out exactly what you need to do in order to get your business to the place where your people give you the performance you've always wanted from them. And yes, stop beating your head against the wall going, why won't they do what they're supposed to?
Right.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a free webinar. We're just trying to help people out. Just go to jodyholland.com. That's Jody with a Y, and register right there on that page. We've still got about 50 seats available. We set it up for 100 people that could be in the webinar. So love to have people on there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be an easy way to start taking the right actions to get your people where you want them to be.
Absolutely. One more time, jodyholland.com, Jody with the Y, for more information, as well as, of course, being able to fill out your information for said seminar next Wednesday, the 28th. Jody, thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet.
Check you, Jody.
We'll be back with more of the chat coming up right here on News Dan Morello and News Channel 10-2.